Once there was a king whose son was prophesied to kill him. I'm sure you've heard this plotline a million times before. However, it seems the king had also heard this story before, as his response was simply,
"Whatever. What am I supposed to do? Kill my own kid? What's wrong with you people?"
So the king simply raised his son as normal, not even bothering to tell him about the prophecy. And instead of some convoluted twist of events which led to the king's grisly and untimely murder, the son simply grew up to be a healthy and mentally sound person. Perhaps not such an easy feat for royalty. And one day, as the king was very old and dying, and in excruciating pain, the kid decided, all right, I'll put him out of his misery now. The king's son became the new king, and was prophesied to defeat a great evil and bring an age of prosperity. His generals and knights all cracked their knuckles, but he pretty much just ignored them and focused on strengthening the infrastructure of his kingdom. 40 years later, he was old and sick, but still hearing his subjects' grievances. And a general asked,
"How will you defeat the prophesied evil now? You're old and weak."
Another visitor, a teenager, fresh out of the kingdom's public education system, looked at the general like he was an ignoramus. The king eradicated poverty, housed the homeless, taught the ignorant, ended class exploitation by abolishing the nobility and imprisoning the corrupt, and established a highly respected guild of doctors that recently figured out how to cure the plague. There are no brigands because there is enough wealth for everyone to live comfortably. Hiding in the woods and taking trinkets from people simply doesn't make any sense for anyone but the desperate, and the people are not desperate. Evil is a weed, explained the teenager. It grows in cracked roads and crumbling houses and forgotten corners, rooted in indifference and watered by suffering. But the king demands that broken things be mended and suffering people be made well. "No evil lives in this kingdom," said the teenager. "It starved to death before I was born." For those who need to carry this kind of energy into 2022.